Okay, so when you listen back to that, you'll hear some nice sort of spooky-ish upbeat music at the same time. So hopefully you enjoy the music when you hear it. So tonight brings us to session number 72, and the music in the background is Curse of Strahd, Into the Mists, the Vistante music. Okay. Tonight everyone's online, which Pathfinder seems to be the online game. So today we have M. So M can introduce herself and her character.
Hello, I play Druza with the ever lovable puppy and giant. I have 310 days to live.
You had 10 days to live last time.
Did I?
That's because the day hasn't changed since the last session.
Oh, it hasn't changed. Cool. I still have 310 days to live. Woo!
But if just you like, I can start rolling it forward every half day or every quarter day.
No, thank you. No, thanks.
Everybody, bless your God.
And I finally last session got a slight approval from my pocket god.
I'm sure your pocket god will get stronger as you do more good for him. Next online we have Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Harry Hotter, the buffest wizard known to man. And now knowing that we've all of a sudden lost our two frontliners, he will take the front line and lead us all to greatness.
Who was it, your frontliners lost?
So yeah, Harry Hotter is, as I mentioned, a wizard. Has great knowledge in a lot of things, probably except tactics.
And I'm pretty sure we haven't lost our frontliners, but you know whatever.
Lost our frontliners. Somewhere else. I would say front lines.
Okay. Next up we have online is Victor.
Yo! I'm Victor from Brazil, and I play Luna of Libra. She's a Shawanti Oracle, super genius, enfeeble all the time, and curious to death.
Could be worse things. Next up we have is Peter.
Hello. I'm playing Wooly One Kenobi. Currently pet of Kitty. And yeah, already had two. What am I on? Two deaths.
Two beat ups.
Yeah, I've been critically knocked unconscious, so I'm on death level 2 or whatever it's called.
Dying 2, I believe.
Dying 2, that's the one.
And then someone got round to saving you.
Yes. Although I'm not sure who it was, thank God.
And lastly tonight we have Mark.
Hi, I'm playing Sparky, the Dwarf Rogue from Jagelhoff. I just try to be a frontline person, then I realised a frontline person is not good for a rogue, so you can start to become the backline person. So, but yes, and it might have been our sorcerer that got you up there, Willie. So,
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure you can go good touch and bad touch when it comes to the sorcerer.
Well, again, lucky I don't know.
It's good.
It's just saying.
That's fair enough. I understand.
Okay, so last session you had decided to finish clearing the Underflume, which you can see on the map up there with the layout of stuff. You have just managed to defeat the forces of the Hornfang and capture who you believe is their leader. Last session you were deciding how you were going to deal with the leader, and we held off until this session to find out what you're actually going to do. So the options include: are you aiming to be the heroes of the region, the police of the region, or Pathfinders? They don't all have the same outcome, and it's up to you to figure out which is which. So you've got a captured person by the name of Jana. Jana Gildersleeves is her name. She's the only survivor of the group there, and there is a bunch of equipment you've managed to gather up from around the region. What would you like to do?
I honestly don't care which path we take. How do you people feel?
See, I wasn't at the reason why we went down here, so I have no idea either.
So the reason you
I'm gonna
came
get-
down, the reason you came down here was to break up one of the three gangs troubling Roderick's Cove, so the spirit of Sir Roderick can rest, and Aldani, who had asked you to do this, can leave the town finally after being stuck here for so many centuries.
Where is Hodor?
Korda is currently busy as the player is international right now.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. He's
Okay,
in Japan, isn't he? Lucky prick.
What is Bella?
And Balath is currently not feeling great, so also unavailable for tonight.
He's exhausted
So
after
they
fighting tonight.
strong-minded Pathfinders. The more strong-minded people is not here to take the decisions.
Well, at the moment,
we might take ourselves.
with Korda not there, that actually puts Willie in charge.
What? Well, show us the way, Captain.
Well, I turn to my erstwhile companions and say, so which of the three paths do you think we should go down? I mean, the obvious one is as a Pathfinder, but the other two have advantages, I'm sure.
What
I
kind
mean,
of advantage do you have?
Sorry?
What type of advantage is that for us?
Would
I
you?
mean, again, I don't care. But obviously the Pathfinders would want us to go down the Pathfinder path. But, you know. So, Dooza, what do you reckon?
Well, I mean, we've gotten in trouble for not doing our job as before. So,
There's doing your job, and then there's doing your job 100%. You know, is 80% good enough? Is 70% good enough? You know, think outside the box, buddy. Come on.
I think we did 100% already. Why are we overstanding?
No, that's our group. That's the old group. I've just kept it mixed. So we were goody two shoes Pathfinders because of Korda, but Willie and the rest of the gang
Got reprimanded more than once.
We're a little bit more flexible.
yeah, they're a bit more on the just see what happens kind of side. Yeah.
And Sparky currently sees two large dogs staring at Sparky intently, each staring at one leg. Not the same leg,
Dooza?
but each staring at a leg.
Dooza, can you please maybe just say that I'm sorry?
There's still an arrow sticking out of Puppy.
I want to take the arrow out of Puppy, but I don't think Puppy will let me take the arrow out of Puppy. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you with almost a kind of praise signal, kind of praying to you, saying, "Hey, we need to make this good."
I call Puppy and Giant off. I'm also just gonna go silent for a minute while we just get ready for bed.
All good.
That's it.
So you're currently dealing with puppies while everyone else is discussing things.
Well, we done our job. Maybe we should take it and move on. We did our investigation.
Well, you've still got
we
one
just
gang
took the leads.
to sort out to complete the job you agreed to take on.
Oh wait, there's more.
There is more.
There's always more.
There is always more. But how you deal with this gang determines what sort of characters you are.
Okay, what's more left to do? We didn't put the spirit of the guy to rest.
Not yet.
And not yet. Okay.
We've done 2 and 3 at the moment. So.
Okay, then we should do that, and then we figure out what we should do, right?
No, because you currently have a captive. You have to decide what you do with the captive before you can move on.
Oh, okay. What should...
Unless, of course, you just execute the captive and then move on.
It's an option.
Do anyone want this guy back there?
It's an option, but
Only the police?
I'd like to. So to Pathfinder is to basically do the task for the ghost. Is that correct? We're not sure which one is what. Is that what you're saying, that?
Well, I can actually lay it out for you, but as a role-playing game, you should try to figure out what path you want to take and why.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. I won't ask anymore.
But if you are stuck and you really need an explanation of why they're different, I can tell you.
No, I have a good idea in my head which one is, but I'm just not deciding because I'm kind of worried about the dogs at the moment, and also trying to watch out for the a certain Velas doggy that might want to chew on the victim too. So I'm trying to calm all dogs down if possible. So, but I would like to hand him in. Is it him or is it a she?
It's a she.
She, okay.
Hand them into who?
So you want to hand them in to be executed?
I mean, I'm up for that as well, but
yeah.
So
anyway.
So handing them in to be executed is not much different than executing them yourself.
Yeah.
Slight difference.
One is lawful and one is not so lawful. I mean,
slight difference. I said yes. There is a slight difference there, but I'm just pointing out that there's not much in semantics between the two.
What we can do with this guy? Who was him?
Well, I think he's upset. She's upset that we're calling him, but she could be valuable in finding the other gang, possibly. Ever thought of that one?
oh, yes.
Is that one? There's also.
And you also know the other gang is in the Peacock Banner above ground. You just chose to deal with the Underplume first because you'd already been down there.
I guess the question is, what's the chance that that this person is actually going to be interested in helping us? I mean, they might say, yeah, sure, I'll help you, but at the very first opportunity, we get a sword in the back. Or the other option is we just kill her, or kill them.
You'd think that the only way you would get any form of cooperation out of her is if you offer her something. But
Her life is not good enough.
well,
These
at this stage, you haven't even offered her life. So the only options you have offered her is execution by the town Hell Knights or by yourselves. They're the only options you've spoken to last session and this session. That's what I'm pointing out to you as characters.
Maybe she wants
This
to
is what
live.
you've offered.
Yeah.
Yep, fair enough.
So she's not volunteered any information or anything to you guys because she's going to be
No
dead
bullshit.
either way.
I'll walk over because she's all tied up and everything. Remember?
She is not.
Right? Is that correct?
You never tied her up. You just got her at weapon point.
Okay.
She had
I'll
just
look
dropped
at
her
her.
stuff.
Yeah. I think Calder's got his sword out next to her, but anyway, I'll go up to her and just say, so, if we keep you alive, what do we get out of it?
And she looks at you and says, well, living is one thing. What are you offering?
Well, one would like you to leave for good, never come back. Second one, I'd like to know more information about the other gang.
So if I give you information about the other gang, and I leave and not come back, I can take my stuff with me.
I didn't say you take your stuff with you. You just take your life and you have it start again.
What, so you intend to strip me? She says, looking at you. Eyebrow raised.
I'm sure you can keep your clothes. I mean, we're not going to take those.
Well, keep your clothes, but I'm
Unless
just
you
saying-
want us to take your clothes. I mean, I'm happy either way.
Well,
Hey!
that guy at the back there, that guy named Bella, he's into that kind of kinky stuff, but not myself. But
Hey, so am I.
well, yeah. But I'm just saying, if you'd like to live and start a new life, but get away from this whole situation you got yourself into, maybe you can provide some information on the other gang, and then we might be able to leave. Because otherwise, I don't see much hope for you if we take you upstairs to the town.
So what guarantees do I have that you'll let me leave?
That's a very strange question.
Well, you've just been talking about executing me. And,
Of course. We were talking about it, but now we're talking about not executing you. Now, if I was you, I'd be thinking, hey, not executing me is a good plan. I'm all for that. But if you're against it, please let me know, because I'm sure that will colour where we're going to go.
Well, if I tell you what I know now, and there's been no
Yes,
guarantee
what you're
that...
saying. Yes. Okay.
So, basically, you just asked her to tell you stuff without any guarantee that you'll actually let her go. So she's now arguing now that you've given her no guarantees you'll let her go.
Yes.
So letting her go with just her clothing is a death sentence. She can't leave town because she's got no money if she just goes without anything. And no weapons means she can't walk out of town because anything in the wilderness would be able to kill her. So basically, you're offering multiple forms of death sentence to her if you're just saying very limited access to stuff. So that's what she's negotiating, is a chance to actually get away, not just walk into another form of death because you thought you were being kind.
Okay.
Luna interjects and say like, well, okay. You can go and you can take your stuff and you can live whatever the life you wanna live after you help us. And I can guarantee that you can trust me or not, but it's better to trust me than this.
She holds out her hand to Luna and says, if you shake on it as a show auntie, I will believe you.
Okay, I do it.
So the rest of us don't agree, and now you've made this agreement. How does that impact you?
Well,
the thing
it's
is
now up
that-
to the show auntie to deal with you based on that, because she has just agreed to this bargain.
Yes, which is why I'm asking. He's agreed to it, and the rest of us haven't. So how does that impact you, Shiwanti? What's the outcome of this?
The thing is, she's will put more of a hassle if we drag her under, and if we execute her now, we won't do our job with the Hell Knights, and we won't do anything. So I am offering both a solution. She gets her life back, and she can move on, and we get the information we want. So it's efficient. We need to complete the job, right?
Well, I mean, kind of, I guess.
Okay, that's my point of view. You guys were arguing like execute her this, execute her that. But I don't like executing anyone, and I want to finish the job, man. Come on.
Yep. Okay, I understand.
And as Deuce is listening in, as a fellow Shawhanti, we're pretty prideful people, I think.
Yes, but you've not made that agreement.
I
So
know.
your pride is not on the line.
Yeah, but my pride as a fellow Shawhanti is.
No, that's not true at all. I think you're just making that up.
I think so.
I think so.
Hey, Willie's not a show auntie, so he doesn't believe in the same mumbo jumbo you do.
That just sounds like sophistry as far as I'm concerned.
I'll
I
happily
do-
fight you about it later.
I've won before. Why would you do that? You're just going to lose. Come on.
Do you remember the last arm wrestle?
Oh, not an arm wrestle. I thought you meant fight. An actual fight. Not that pathetic Shiwanti stuff. An actual fight.
You can fight better, come on.
Okay, we'll give you some coin. You can have it take a.
Well, if
a
she
dagger or
if she
something.
takes
Yeah.
if she only takes what's hers, she does not care about anything else.
Okay.
And your Shawanti, she points to Luna, has already made this agreement.
Oh, that's fair. Can I ask you a question, though?
That depends on what you're offering in exchange for that information.
Is there anyone else in this gang but you now?
We can build life.
I assume you're the last person of the gang. Is that correct?
Well, that is not part of the bargain you just made, she says.
I know. I just wanted to know. That's all.
That, unfortunately, you may never know.
That's fair enough.
Because you only made an agreement about the order.
The other gangs, okay.
The other gang.
How about the other ones?
So the other gang is run by someone by the name of Costella Rostrata. She has managed to get herself her hands on one of the swords of sin. One of the swords of sin.
Which one?
Pride.
Pride? Ah! As if she'd be able to hold it.
She had and has.
Yeah, it's been on for very long.
She's been holding it for quite a while.
Yeah, but what's quite a while?
Over a year.
A week? Well, yes, but, you know...
And the blade itself is invisible to the eye, so you cannot see where she's striking.
Well, that might be a problem for the Shawanti, but it sure as hell isn't for me.
You can also mess with people's minds who witness the attacks.
Yeah, but they're only weak-minded people that are affected, right?
She just winks at you about that. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll think that.
Well, I do, because, you know, it's only people like yourself and the Shawanti that would be affected by those sorts of things.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, that's completely up to how you perform on the day. Hopefully, it's not a short time for you.
No, that's always a long time for me.
So you'll find that they Order of Resplendence, as they call themselves, are holed up in Peacock Manor, which is the amalgamation of three buildings that Costella had bought and merged into one. So it is very maze-like inside, and doesn't make a lot of sense in its construction.
Okay. I would like to pursue a lead for the lead gang. Costella, is that it? What's the name of the place?
Costella is the name of their leader.
Yeah, I will pursue a lead from Costella, and the other lead I will keep on the remains of the ghost of the guy, of the Rodriguez, is that it?
Sir Roderick. He
Yeah.
also has a half-elf by the name of Alden Tillaresk, who's also there as well. They are studying Thassilonian law and have come to Roderick's Cove to get a deeper understanding of some of its working. There is some sort of demon in the house that she is identified as a Cambion, but does not know its name.
If only Pinwinkle's here. Anyway.
Yeah, but Pinwinkle is following the god of lust, not the god of pride. So you
No,
have
I
no
know,
power
but-
over it.
He would just, talk to his wives and work some sort of, hey, do you know this chick? Whatever. Or guy. Could be a guy too, I know.
Most of the sins do not cross.
But anyway, it was just more just a communication thing there, man. Anyway. Okay. Okay.
And she does believe that the demon is the one truly in charge. Which seems to be the way of the gangs here.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Met humans before, some way or other. Especially when you sing down a pathway down the ground.
In your opinion, before you go free,
Yes.
what likely could be happened so we can succeed at overtaking these gangs?
They've holed up in their mansion since the Hell Knights have come here, so there's a good chance they won't have any reinforcements or ability to escape from you if you enter the mansion.
Okay, that's a good advice. I'm satisfied. How about you guys?
Yeah.
So we did get something back from this, right?
Well, the option.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the option was really we torture this person until such time as they tell us what we want to know. So I mean, then we wouldn't have to have let them go. Now we're letting a murderous cult personality out into the world to do murderous cult personality things. So, I mean, yes,
You're welcome.
Well, yes, we've got something, but is it really worth all the badness that's, you know? But hey, that's a moral question, and I'm sure you're more able to answer that than I am.
The GM brings up the name Thistletop. Don't worry, it's not the first time.
Okay, for who?
Friday night group.
Oh, okay.
I just pat Lynn on the back, say nice work, and just walk away.
Thank you.
I do
why
all
you
the
have me.
sarcastic manner as well, by the way. Yeah, very sarcastic.
She doesn't understand. She felt like it was a genuine accomplishment.
And as she's leaving, she says, I'm sure you'll be able to keep the riddled port thugs at bay now that I'm not here anymore. She says as she leaves.
We'll find a way.
Possibly.
Okay, so where do we go now? The Ghost?
Do you let
The
her
Hell
leave?
Knights? Yep.
Does anyone try to stop her?
Well, the agreement's been made, so I guess not.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm against. I'm.
What happened?
50. Yeah.
The voice of reason returns! Excellent!
Good. While you're away there, Arthur's Wizard of the World, our Galante Oracle made a deal with the female leader that we subdued to let her go for some information about the next gang we're going after.
So, at this stage, what are we doing with this person?
Well, we're letting her go. She's walking out the door. Unless you want to.
Yeah, she's leaving. No, you what? Because we made a deal.
Well, you made the deal. We didn't, but that's
We all made a deal. Come on, man.
No.
I didn't make the deal. No. I didn't make that deal.
No. Luna, you made the deal as a society. No one else made the deal. Just remember that.
And when things go horribly wrong, the Lord will up things with you and go willful.
So, I'm very much against letting this person go.
Yeah, but there's two Shawanti who are saying, it's a thing, we need to do it, because it's how we roll, man. So,
Goddamn right.
No.
Well, okay. Happy to see how this is going to work out.
So what's Parry going to do then?
So, is she walking at the moment?
She is walking at the moment.
I am going to cast Tanglefoot on her.
Do you ask her to stop, or do you just cast the spell?
Actually, I'll ask her to stop and see what her reaction is.
Oh, she stops and then looks towards Luna and going, "What now?"
Well, when you start to cast these spells, I shout like, "What the hell?" I know this spell, right? I have.
I'm not casting a spell. I'm just seeing if she stops.
She says, "What now? I have done as you asked, as agreed."
You can go. Come on.
No.
God damn it.
You hear a sort of a growl from a great cat in the room as Luna seems to curse a little bit.
Luna, we have a friend here. Do not curse around this friend.
Okay.
You see what appears to be a large-sized panther.
So if I'm not mistaken, I managed to catch that there are other thugs around.
The panther came down with you. And what was asked earlier was she the last of her group? She said that wasn't part of the agreement. Whether she was or not.
I know, but I think she will hold she will hold his honor.
No,
We can deal with that later.
So Luna, the reason why we're here is that we're meant to get rid of all of the factions.
Well, the faction is...
Yeah, that's one last.
So are you 100% certain that there are one less?
The other agreement, Josh, was
Yes.
she had to leave town.
Look. I got my brains on. If she wanted something, she can profit from what we are doing here. If we are taking now off the gang, she can come back later with whatever forces she got left and take down over the crime of the city later and start from scratch and do whatever she wants. I don't care. The mission will be over. We will be done. And if she have like 1% intelligence, I think she have, she will let we do our job. She will let our finish everything, and she will only come back way later when everything's fine, and so she can start again or do whatever she wants. But for now, there is 2 more gangs we need to take up, and I only can see profit for her if she let us do it.
I have a very distinct worry that I do believe that we haven't even taken out one gang at this stage.
You believe you've taken out the Road Keepers and now the Horned Fangs. Though technically both of them have still got one member alive that you know of.
Alright. So in terms of the one member, for the Horned Fangs which we've just taken out, we believe that it's this lady here.
You believe so, yes.
I would prefer to interrogate her more about the Horned Fangs and see how far they spread. But
She talked to us about the other ones, and she gave us advice on how we can take those down. And that was the agreement. We were satisfied. So she really let her go.
And as she's walked out the door, she has mentioned that there are other thugs.
No, she mentioned that it's up to Luna now to deal with the Riddleport thugs who are now going to come that she's now leaving.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're willing to sacrifice everything that we're trying to do to stay at Riddleport and deal with the thugs?
Well, she was leaving. She said it's up to you guys to deal with the thugs now. Meaning that she's been dealing with them up until now.
Do I believe her?
You've had no contact with her up until now. You can try to make a perception roll to see if she was lying.
Yeah, I'll make a perception roll to see if she's lying through her teeth. Rolled a 27.
Okay. She seems a bit regretful that it's now someone else's responsibility, but she doesn't seem to be lying.
Yeah, maybe this is good for everyone. Like, I only can see good things from his. The bad thing that can come up is that she just go off and come back with the thugs and try to take us down. But
you don't think
this
she
is
wants
the stupidest thing
So
that could happen.
Josh, you don't think she wants to come back now? She's also seems to be relieved that she's going.
Yeah, that's why I see. That's why I only see profit.
So where does that leave us? Because our job's not to protect this city.
I know our job is to find it. I was about to curse again. Our job is to find put the Hodric's soul to rest, and then if you can, we can take out the other gangs. We can let the Hell Knights and do whatever she advised us to do. Take out the other gangs, and we can profit from 2 ways, and that's more than good. That's better.
And why can't the Hell Knights take over the thugs once we've got rid of the gangs?
Because that's not what they're there for. They're dealing with other things.
You think they'll do a proper job sometimes, but anyway, that's another thing. Anyway, am I saying this around where we're not no Hell Knights, okay, mate? No Hell Knights here right now.
We can still get there forever and whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
all I say when if everyone's happy with her, or when she's leaving, if she does leave, everyone's happy for her to leave. But if I see your face around here or anywhere near us again, that'll be your last time you're alive. That's all I tell her.
She has no desire to come back here. She wants to get as far away from here as possible.
Okay, we win enough.
Okay. So she leaves.
Now, I can't remember if it was last week, Martin. You're going to send us a list of loot or something, is that right? Or
Well, technically there is a bunch on the screen, but some of that went with the person.
yeah, okay, I thought it might have. Yeah, okay.
Since you guys were here last time, what's the way to the what's next so we can get to Warman Soul and put it to
Well,
rest and
technically
stuff?
you guys have will probably spend about a week down here exploring this place because it is a Thassilonian ruin.
Yeah, we've been.
And you are
probably
tasked with journaling and recording such things as part of being Pathfinders. Unfortunately, the person who could have told you the most about the ruins you just let go.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, but we were about to execute her anyway, so...
You're now one of the frontline fighters now, Luna. If anything happens, you prepare for it, okay?
I wish you know what I can do fighting.
Huh? Just saying. Anyway, Sparky's very happy to do maps and all sorts of things like that. She loves doing that. So,
The question is, are we going to gloss over some of the exploration?
You were going to gloss over the exploration. You're spending a week down here doing your investigations.
Yeah, I have Thassilonian lore. I don't know if this can help. Drawing the maps and doing the exploration and stuff. I'm sure this can be useful. I'm actually expert in Thassilonian lore, so maybe maybe I can.
And I'm skilled in cartography from every part of my orphan thing, so.
Yeah, I think I can offer the Pathfinders. I am expert in Pathfinder lore and Thassilonian lore. Maybe I can help here with the work. So.
Well, technically this location would also work as a great headquarters for you as a place to work out of Roderick's Cove if you ever need to.
Is there a way we can get back here quickly? Like, is there a portal we can set up?
There is in H18, listed as the Underflume portal.
So to put the dead man's ghost to rest, what do we need to find? We need to find his remains and put it to rest. Is that it?
No, you need to break up the 3 gangs. You don't have to kill every single person in town, because most people in town are affiliated with the gangs in one way or another. It's just you need to be able to break the hold the gangs have on the town.
Okay, that's why that's why we need the Hell Knights. Okay, how can we do that in conjunction with the work we are doing here?
Well, the Hell Knights at the moment are dealing with a demonic insect infestation to the north or to the east of town, and that's basically taken most of their numbers.
We should really, because we're a bit beaten up since the last fight. I think most of us are in some sort of way. Maybe have a bit of a rest and recovery, and then have a think about how we're going to break up or remove the last gang.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, if we're spending a week down here, we're resting and recovering as we investigate everything down here.
Yeah, it should be downtime. It should be downtime for a week, right?
That is correct.
Okay, downtime for a week, working on the Thassilonian.
Now, with the ruling, because I need to set up a portal here, I'm thinking. I don't think I've set up a portal anywhere else for my character, so I don't think I can do the portal right now. Is that correct?
Anyone can technically do the portals and connect it to the Wayfinder.
Okay.
Just takes time.
Oh.
And Dooza now, so after a week, Dooza now has 302 days left.
Yay.
Hey.
I will be working on the portal.
So what you know from the portal, the runes around it say it connects to a location known as the Forges of Wrath, inside a place called Hollow Mountain. Said to be the seat of power of the god of wrath, Alazantist. But you can change the portal's connection to your own Wayfinder network.
Oh, that's a good name. So, Thassilonian, what? Thassilonian?
I'm not going to be dealing with another Fiend of Wrath, okay? I'm going to be making sure that the Pathfinders can get access to this area.
Yeah, if you don't change the portal, there's a good chance that wherever it's connected can enter from there. So by taking control of the portal, that means nothing else will be able to use it. It's now in the Pathfinder network.
Can we use the portal in like turning on when we need it and turning off when we don't need it, so anything bad can come through when we are not needed?
If you disconnect your connection to the Pathfinder network, then it will most likely reconnect back to the Thassilonian network.
Oh, that's worse then.
And this seems to be one of the first active portals you've found.
But if we disconnect it before, well, I mean, we know where it's going. But if we disconnect it before, like, more talented people than us have a look at it, is that a problem in terms of being a Pathfinder, or is that just, like...
Well, you can remove your connection to it and almost likely revert to its original state.
Yeah, right.
But
So
if...
it's not a problem per se.
Otherwise, whatever can use the portal already may end up back here. Especially considering she did... One of the things she did state to the group was a demon's in charge of the Order of Resplendence, much like the other gangs in Roderick's Cove, hinting that she wasn't in charge of the gang.
Yeah, I'm going to be hopefully removing his ties to the city.
Guys, that is 6 a.m. for me, and I should get to work. Unfortunately.
That's okay, Victor. At least you managed to join in and play for a little while.
Yeah, I should ready myself and like get stuff organized so I can play more next week. Next time.
Next fortnight.
Yeah, I should do that already, but I was pretty unorganized this time. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
But next time
you can do
I
better.
will get to play more. And it is a blessing to play with you guys. So see you later.
See you later. So yes, I will say that in that first few days, Harry has taken control of the portal. Is that what you wanted there, Josh?
Yeah, I wanted to take control of it and hook it up to the Pathfinder Society.
Okay. So in that week you had looking around, you do find Jana's journal. She didn't take that with her because that required going back to her room. And you find she's got notes on how she's been stopping various shady people from Riddleport from exploiting the town of Roderick's Cove by basically using her influence and her followers to do so.
So she was a good gang member.
She doesn't actually state who the movers and shakers were or what she did to stop them, just that she was able to bring a bit more prosperity to the town by stopping Riddleport being a drain on the locals.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Anything else in the journal?
The journal does mention someone by the name of Mozamo. And as you say that name aloud, the book burns to burns to ash, and falls apart in your hands.
I look up Ayla. Said, "Why did you do that?"
He's not in the room, and you see that on both of your palms, you've now got the symbol of wrath.
Oh, it's I can't have a normal character. Anyway, that's okay. That's fair enough.
You just called out a demon's name. What do you expect?
I didn't expect to call it out. Just yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Once again, the party has summoned another demon.
This would be my second time, by the way, guys. You missed my original one that I did when I decided to do a sing-song down a tunnel of a dungeon. So, anyway, that's a good dwarf sing, Okay. Was there anything else in her room at all that we noticed, or anything interesting?
Not there. But you did find a extra-dimensional closet in Area 13.
Extra-dimensional closet. Did we send Luna down first? The closet based on...
Don't tell me you want to put Luna back in the closet.
It's possible. I think Luna actually came out of the closet in the first place, but yeah. I'm trying not to let you into any sort of easy things there, Martin, but anyway. Okay. Should have been closet, okay. After the burn of the book, I'm kind of being very cautious about everything, for obvious reasons. Yeah, look, we'll just keep searching around, look for anything about what was down here originally with the ruins and stuff like that, see if we can work out what was here and things like that, so.
Okay, so...
And I'll pretend to be giving all the dogs extra treats at the moment, just to try to build some friendship back up with the dogs.
What about the cat?
Okay, cat, I think we have a good rapport, I think, right? Cat lets me, pat its back of the head. I'll let it. I'll do it. So.
Cat doesn't seem to be the patting type.
No, but I will try to talk to Cat occasionally to say hi and things and da da da.
Okay. So you also find a decanter with cheap whiskey in Area 5.
That'll be Willie's.
The decanter's worth far more than the whiskey.
Still, giving me expensive items usually means they go missing and get sold to people by accident, so I'm happy with Willie to take that one.
I'll drink the whiskey, but the decanter's just wait.
Yeah, give it to somebody who likes, precious things, maybe the buffest mage in the world.
Well, does it look like something my girlfriend, my wife, not my girlfriend, my wife would like?
She would probably like the decanter, not the whiskey.
That's what I mean. Okay, so I'm happy to drink the whiskey, but I'll keep the decanter for her.
Okay, you find in Area 19, it didn't seem to be set up for Jana. And there are lots of notes here written in Infernal. Does anyone speak Infernal?
I thought it was Bella that spoke Infernal, didn't it? I can't remember. Seems to know a lot about Infernal stuff. I can't remember.
I speak demonic, but I don't speak Infernal.
Well, luckily for you, Belef does.
It would be either Ballas or
Or Luna.
Luna. I don't think Harry does. Josh is just trying to find your character sheet.
I do not know Infernal.
Okay. So yes, Belef tells you that notes here say that the Area 18 connects to a location called that is the source portal in the Forges of Wrath. That if they can enhance the source portal, they can reconnect the network all across Varisia.
Well, that's not good.
And you have a feeling that some of the portals you guys have been using are some of those portals he's referring to.
As in, that's connected to the network. This separate network that the Pathfinder's using.
They're currently connected to the Pathfinder's network, but there's no guarantee they can't be reconnected back to their original network.
No.
You are using them for a purpose they were never designed for. The notes here talk about that they were part of a major portal network.
I'm very glad I spent the first few days flipping that day.
And that the person writing them has actually been traversing between here and the Forges of Wrath, doing stuff. You have a feeling he was on the other side of the portal when you guys attacked.
Okay. Something that somebody didn't tell us about, possibly?
Again, that was not part of your agreement with them.
I know. I didn't expect everything out of her, but it's okay. This is why we interrogate people a bit better. Anyway,
Hey, sometimes when you volunteer information, it can go badly, so she basically left out anything you didn't ask about.
no, that's right. I think Willie and I have made our decision for next time, so
Oh yes.
yes.
Ask more questions or just kill them.
No.
Which is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Well, you could have gotten her to work with you as well.
Oh, of course. I mean, it just depends on how many fingers she had left at the end, that's all.
I don't like this, Willie.
Fingers can always be grown back if needed.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
But hey, you've also had a few people with new bodies, so that's also not beyond question.
That's true, that's true. Okay, so we've done a good thing by on the portal to Pathfinder side of things, so that's a good thing. Would like to know who this person was, I suppose. That's one thing we may never know for a while. So.
As Sparky thinks that, Sparky hears the word Mozama in his head as his hands grow hot.
Yeah, I know who it is. Okay, fair.
Give me a will saving throw.
Oh, here we go. Sorry about the delay there. I just get off the lazy boy and my left feet up. 25.
25. Okay. You find yourself unable to tell anyone about the name.
I want to say, but then I just be quiet. Yeah. Okay.
And you hear the voice in the back of your head going, "Good minion."
Okay. Anyway. Something for another time. I'm trying to ignore it right now.
Okay, so a week has now passed. Doomsday has 302 days until he must fight or forfeit his life. What is your next course of action?
I think we spoke about this manner. Manners. That's... would we know from people's previous history of this town where these manners might be?
There's only one manor in town that meets that. It has a wrought iron fence all the way around it. And last time they approached the fence, they were visited by a haunt that caused them to mostly run away in fear. And now you're caught up with as much as the group knows about it besides what you've heard.
Okay. Haunt, eh? What do haunts hate? Light, silver weapons, maybe?
Haunts are not creatures.
Was it the ghost of Roderick, or was it a different haunt? I can't remember, it was too long ago.
It is very hard to tell if it was the ghost of Sir Roderick or just another haunt, because haunts are environmental traps, not actual creatures.
Oh, I do remember this, yes. We had one long time ago, I think. I think in the Kingmaker campaign I have a feeling, but yeah. Okay. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, Haunt in the Kingmaker, I know it. Oh no, it was the Jade Regent one. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
when you guys saw the ghost-like creature and the glowing runes in H20, when you be 2 sessions back, and you fought a and you interacted with a creature there, that creature was a haunt as well.
So I look at the team. Cora looks distracted, so does Bella, but and Luna seems to understand what she's done wrong.
They are busy
So they're
writing
gonna-
in their journals, making notes.
I think we should. They probably didn't find out if there's any back doors into this place at all. Whether it's just we go through the front door. What's everyone's thoughts? Do we search for a back door?
I'm happy to search around while during the week. I mean, I don't have anything better to do.
Well, look, I think if we can find instead of just going to the front door, which would most likely be possibly trapped and all sorts of surprises for us, maybe we try a more subtle entrance next time, because we seem to get in the front door this time and then woke everyone up. If that makes sense.
Why would you do subtle? That just sounds crazy.
Well, I can't call that most of it, but what I said just like to rush into things, but I think if we can find a subtle way in where we can maybe kick them off one by one and if possible get rid of the demon quickly, first up, would be handy before we get to the game, but we'll see. I'd rather fight the gang and demon separately, because I say the demon would be very interesting to plot out. But yeah, if we can find a back way into the manor, then I'm happy to hear it. So I'll let Louise do research, and I'm kind of distracted with all my new hand symbols and all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
So, with your investigations, after you come up, how long do you want to spend investigating? About a week?
Yeah. That sounds reasonable.
So when you spend some time up there, you get that map as a reference point. There is an upper floor as well that you've been managed to roughly map out. And Duza has 295 days left.
God.
And then you got the upper floor showing you that there's 3 separate buildings and 1 major base level connected. So it really is a large manor house with a lot of disconnect. There's at least 2 separate external rooms. Areas G1 and G2 aren't connected to the house at all, except via the covered walkway. Whereas when you go upper level, 1 level is completely cut off from the other levels, where the other 2 are joined by a balcony, pretty much. I'll see if I can get you. And you can sort of see all of it at once.
So the left-hand side looks like it's the upstairs. Looks like it's the main bedroom, or the land of the house, or lady of the house's main stay place. Stairs to the right looks like it's other rooms or chambers that possibly could be servants or such. Don't know what's to the north right there. Downstairs looks like you've got your dining areas and things like that, as far as I see. There is an entrance at the back there, is that right, Martin? There's a little...
Yes, there is. And there's windows, and you could always climb to the top. As a set of stairs also leads from the bottom level to the top level at the back.
So, Lee, did you see anyone inside at all? You know, through the windows or anything like that?
Well, I'm assuming you spent most of this using familiars to help you investigate it.
Yep. If that's the case, and I think coming up the steps at the top level and come down, maybe the best option. Skip rid of the boss first and come down. What's people's thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got no problems with that.
Well, you think you've gotten it pretty much laid out for you.
Okay, I think we'll do it that way. Maybe, yeah.
From the descriptions, what a feature of the ships and how the rooms you know. You see that you tell that most of the order ends up in G9. And from the rough description you had of Costella, she's often found there as well during the day. With G9 being this room. And from what you can tell, Costella's actual room is G23, other side of the roof.
I can't see any of those numbers.
Okay.
Not in the. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so G9 is where you'll see her during the day. G23 is where you'll see her during the night. And you can follow this path to get up to the top as it stairs going up. That winds around coming up into the top here. The only way to get to that top. The other way to get to the top is up through the stairs going along here, which connects to that doorway.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a bit of a maze.
At least we have a map to the maze.
Well, that's why you gave up another week of your life to map it.
I mean, oh no, I would have had to do that at some point anyway.
Well, at least you roughly know where to find her. And you believe that the demon is in G22.
Yeah, I might just send Bella to that one. Let he can sort that out. Yeah. I'm not being serious there, Martin, okay? Okay. Do we want to go up at night, or do we want to go to the daytime?
Well, I think the last time when we got chased away, we went at night. And that's when we saw that apparition.
That was when you were at the gates.
About them and
All the way down here.
We
Didn't actually get as far as the manor floor itself.
get close.
So how are you going to stealthily get yourself into this mess?
Was there an underground entrance to this one?
There is not.
Memory?
There was no discussion of any underground entrance or exit. But when you have magic, you don't particularly need to leave via mundane means.
Yeah.
If we go the stairs to the left, go upstairs. Depends on how fast this thing haunts, because if you only met at the front gate, it might not haunt all around the manor, we don't know yet. I thought coming not the straightforward way might have more chance to surprise them, that's all I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, we didn't go back any other way, so...
Well, you have successfully managed to take out a couple of groups by taking out the leader.
Yeah, I think we could go for the leader, or if we know it's not that leader, we know the other one's the leader, the demon, but we get at least an idea if we get. But yeah, we don't get them at the same time, we should be okay, I think.
Well, with some sort of demonic influence involved, it's easy to understand why they weren't behaving rationally most of the time.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Okay. I think we can stealth up to upstairs, maybe set a trap, and then if we can get the leader, hey, it's everyone's thoughts.
So Mark, you can give everyone your stealth roll, can't you?
Oh, I could. What else I've got? I had some other skill, didn't I?
You looked that up, I'm just going to write my stuff quickly.
That's okay. Okay. I have a thing called Quiet Allies. That means if I roll a stealth check for everyone, we use the lowest modifier that somebody has for their stealth. Which may not be a good thing. Instead of rolling separately.
I think... Well, I've got no bonus, just double. So
Okay. So we might
it would be whatever, like level.
It's a strange skill feat actually, because rather if I could just roll it using my modifier, it'd be easy. But it won't let me do that. It just says,
Yeah, why would it ever be easy?
use the lowest modifier, and I'm going, I thought, oh, that's not really helpful if you've got a person in plate armor or something like that, but yeah. Okay, I'll just roll my stealth check at 2 normal. I don't like that skill feat.
I have +6 to stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, well, +6 to stealth.
Okay. What's everyone's stealth? Actually, just matter of interest. Anyone lower than +6 or?
I think mine's +12.
Okay, yeah. And Harry, the toughest wizard in the world.
You actually haven't listed for me. 8.
So the last stealth is a 6, which is not bad. Considering everyone does get to add their level to their check.
Yeah, so that's not too bad. So, I'm going to give that a go with that quad allies thing, right? See if that works. So, I'll roll stealth, and if I get add +6 to it, and see what happens. So.
Now, are you doing it during the day or at night?
I think we should try during the day.
Try during the day.
So you want to sneak up to her room during the day while she's not in it?
Well, I mean, we can always wait for her. if we know she keeps a routine, then it would be better that we sneak in when she's not there.
I think so, yeah, too. So.
All good. Just checking.
Who's they're using could be great.
That's a 13 total on stealth. That's how good my roll was.
Oh, actually, sorry, I've got +8 as well. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong character sheet.
Make that plus, make that 15 then, Martin. So.
15's better than 13.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at my previous level. For some reason, it came up as the first thing, even though I haven't opened it in ages.
The fun of computers. So, you managed to sneak past area G1 without getting anyone to notice. And I will give your perception roll as you're going past G7.
$28 for me.
$9 for me.
What were we rolling?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. It's 25.
Okay, so Willie and Dooza are both happily ignoring what's going on.
I got 30.
Wait, I'm ignoring on a 25?
I thought you said 5.
No, 25.
25 is a lot better.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't be that oblivious, surely. On a 25.
And I'm just checking in, Willie's was about 9, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so Willie's the only oblivious one at this point. Where the other 3 of you notice that inside G7 you can see 4 guys in robes of many colours busily studying some books. They seem to be trying to puzzle out some sort of code, as far as you can tell.
We'd probably be right on that.
And from what Parry notices with his extra high roll, you notice that they seem to be working on some sort of Thassilonian puzzle.
Thassilonian puzzle, interesting.
All the books they have around them is in Thassilonian.
Ooh. Could be a Thassilonian Jenga or something like that. Who knows? Possible.
And as you go up past area G8, you notice that it is a rather large library. There's almost more books in this library than there is in the Mages Guild of Rulebook.
Well, I see Harry drooling right now, or Bella's drooling.
Harry's taking notes just in case we end up with this mansion.
It's understandable.
Well, hey, having a lot of books is always useful. And then you'll find yourself to the door to G18. What do you do?
I
Knock 3 times and declare your friend and enter.
do a bit of a perception system to see if I hear anything on the other side first. Say 15 for me.
Okay. You can hear the sound of scuffling feet.
Am I using thievery to check if the door's locked or open?
You can.
You just gonna make like a slight check, so I'm not trying to put attention to myself, just trying to see if it actually is, as much as I can.
Well, the door is currently closed. Hard to tell if it's locked without actually trying the handle.
Right. Like yeah, sleight of hand kind of it, you know, just want to do the bare minimum, just enough to know that whether it's locked or not, you know. Good, very stealthily, if that makes sense.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll while you do so.
That is a 32 upgraded.
32 upgraded. Okay, you believe that it is unlocked. And that someone knows you're here.
Oh well. Tried.
You have a feeling this room is guarded.
How big is this staircase that we're going up? Is it, how wide would it be? Like a couple of meters, 1 meter wide or something like that? Or?
It is 5 foot wide enough for one person to fight on. Or get pushed off.
Okay. Now, I think the best way of doing this, because they know that we're there, so...
Okay, you've got to... I'll give you another moment to figure out what you're doing before initiative crops up and you lose your ability to surprise.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna... people, I was gonna let Willie know that, you know, I might have to rush in there. Just it's a surprise kind of factor. And see if we can make sure they don't alarm anyone else if possible.
Price for what? What are you talking about?
People on the other side that know that they know we're here.
Oh, really? What did you tell me earlier?
I'm telling you now. You good to go?
Kinda, I guess.
Okay.
Come on, Doozer, let's get this shit going.
I quick roll my weapons.
And with that discussion, there's a ding, 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 ding.
Crap.
Because it was a surprise round and you chose to talk in the surprise round.
Fair enough. I stuffed that one up.
I did say you did believe that they know you're there. So you all get to make an initiative roll.
Yay!
This time based on
We're just
perception.
serving up dinner.
All good.
Alright, where are we? Oh, natural 20.
It's always good.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
So with your 20, what does your perception become?
26.
26 upgraded.
Yes.
I got a 30.
But it's not upgraded.
Got upgrade. Yeah.
And the other two serving food will be behind you later. The two of you are at the top of the stairs. So Willie, I'll give you one action to do. So instead of the three actions, you get one action this round as a surprise. To stake whatever you like or do whatever you like.
Like with my character's perception roll, like, do I know shit? Like, do I know anything about what's going on? Except for the fact that there's somebody who knows that we're here.
You've heard an alarm start sounding.
And the alarm is sounding
On the other side of the door from Sparky.
Alright, I open the door. And I guess that's my go.
Just, it's a perception.
Perception, yes, we'll do.
Yep. I got 23.
And what about parry?
Actually, I'm not going to open the door. Martin,
Yep,
my go I'm going to drop into Tiger style.
that works for me.
Yeah. Otherwise I get shot with arrows and stuff. That's not cool.
So, what does Parry get for his initiative?
There we go. Alright, Harry's initiative is something amazing. 24.
24. So we have 23, 24, 25 and 26. All grouped together nicely.
Yay.
With Sparky on 30. So Sparky, apparently you're up first as you watch Willie get into a cat-like pose.
I open door.
You open the door, you see two more people in a strange sort of pose. Sort of looks as if they're in a different style to Willie.
Oh. Just two people?
Two people, yes. Looks like two monks. I'm sure you can take them.
How far is the first one away from you? 5 foot or 10 foot?
I would say 10 foot because you're standing just outside the door. And they're standing on either side of the door, waiting for someone to step in and get pummeled.
So I've missed quarter. This is the day night. I've missed quarter. No, I step into a space where I only get hit. Maybe you can work with one of them. Is that possible or not really?
Well, if you step inside the door, you'll most likely trigger their howled actions.
Got to risk it to take the biscuit, they say. So, I'll step in and then.
Okay, as you step in, they both attack you. Strange how that works.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
What's your armor class?
20 at the moment.
20 for Sparky.
My shield's not up yet, so I haven't used my shield.
So you get hit twice, and then you get to make a fortitude saving throw.
Both hits?
Just for one hit.
Okay.
And that was from the one attacker. They had a flurry of blow on you.
That's 15 for the fortitude.
15 for fortitude. Okay.
Yeah.
You take 10 damage, then you are stunned.
Oh, even better.
You're not stunning, you're stunned.
Oh, I thought it went the other way. Oh well, bugger.
As they manage to hit you with a stunning blow. I'll look that up. I will roll the other guy's flurry. He only hit you once. Dealing 4 points of damage. Okay.
Assume stun means I've lost the rest of my actions, is that correct?
You can't act while stunned. Stun usually includes a value which indicates how many total actions you lose while being stunned.
Got a moving, and then I have 2 actions left.
So basically, you're stunned until the start of their next turn.
Okay. Here's a thump thump. Then, yeah.
Which means we're now up to Willie with... you see Sparky step in and get nerve punched by 2 monks.
Oh man,
It's,
their flurry of blows actually worked.
yep.
Man, very jealous.
3 out of 4 hit. 3 out of 4 punches hit.
Alright, so I'll move over to 1.
Yeah, you move into the doorway and just outside, and you can reach one around the corner. He gets a little bit of protection from you.
And I'll kick their asses.
Okay.
So I'll flurry of blows them, or that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you I don't. And what's that? 22 and 13.
You hit once.
Yay! What's that? Whoops. 12.
12 damage.
Yep. And then I'm going to have another shot, because why not? So, what's that?
That'd be minus
4.
8, actually. For 2 attacks. You had 2 attacks. The flurry.
No, but flurry of blows is counted as 1 attack, isn't it?
No, it's counted as 1 attack while you make. It's counted as a single attack while you're making it, but each attack counts as a swing for the purposes of attack reduction.
That sucks. Okay. 21.
21 is also a hit. It's why it's good to get it off, because you don't actually get the penalty while you're making both attacks, but then you deal with the penalty for further attacks.
Okay. 12 points.
You got in quite a few blows on him.
I should also, for the first one, I should also get him to make a fortitude save. Although he's likely to make it.
Okay, he got a 16 on his fortitude save.
Oh, by 1. Yay!
So you stunned him?
So I've stunned. Boom.
And I believe he's locked out to the side of your turn.
I thought it only took away like actions. So
There are 2 types of stuns. Some do it for rounds, some do it for actions.
the focus power of your flurry threatens to overwhelm your opponent. When you target the same creature with 2 strikes of your flurry of blows, you can try to stun the creature. If either strike hits and deals damage, the target must succeed in the fortitude save against your class DC, or be stunned for 1, or stunned 1, or stunned 3 on a critical failure.
In which case
This
he'll be
he can
killed
have-
as 1.
So does that mean he just loses 1 One action?
One action, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So that is your 3 actions.
Yep, that's me done.
So the guy you hit decides to attack back with a flurry towards you to counter-attack.
What style is he using? Do I know?
You're not quite sure. It's not one that you recognize, but it seems to be more bird-like than cat-like.
Yeah.
He does seem to be going for nerves more than damage. So, what's Willie's armor class?
23.
Okay, he misses and came close to critically missing. Okay. Give me a sec. Counting up numbers. No, he just managed to not critically miss.
Ow.
But he came close. So, if you're striking a stunned person, do they have any disadvantages?
I'll totally flat-footed, wouldn't I?
I don't know.
You do not, actually. So the stunned only affects you for your own actions.
Okay.
Up. Even on a crit?
Even on a crit. Because all stun does is remove your ability to act on your turn.
I mean, it's useful. But
Okay, he picks up a bell and throws it over the balcony into the down to the tables below, and you can hear it clatter and bang and makes lots of noise as he hits the table. The other guy goes to attack. Well, he'd only read Sparky, so he's going for a flurry of blows on Sparky. So one just misses Sparky, and the other one hits Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky takes 10 points of damage and has to make another fortitude save.
Another one. You scored us, sorry to say.
don't worry, your tank of the day will be available shortly.
15 again, I assume I'm stunned.
15 again? Okay, so...
Caesar's pulled.
On 15 again, your stunned has gone from 1 remaining up to 4. He's keeping you in place.
Caesar's poor dwarf getting beaten. Boom, 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 boom. You're going back and forths.
And he spends his last action readying for someone to try to get past the dwarf. Okay, so we're up to Parry. How will Parry save the day? He can't even see the people fighting. Actually, he can if he moves onto the stairs.
If I move onto the stairs?
Yep, so if you go to the stairs just in front of it, roughly where the finger is, if you can see it, you can get attacked through the corner.
I'm sorry, I'm just bringing up the stream. I mean, working on stat block. You've been disconnected. Oh, I'm gone. Still hear you. Oh, you can still hear me? My Discord's loading though. Okay. I think, oh, there it goes. Hey, we're back.
Right. So where am I? G something stairs.
So you're just out, just there, and there's a guy standing here, a guy standing here. There is a dwarf staring at the roof here, and there is a very tigerish person standing there with arms swinging and attacking gracefully.
Love it. Love it.
Well, look, he did manage to get off a stun. I thought it was fantastic.
Is there only so there's these two and then the female in here? Is that correct, or is it just these two?
You haven't managed to get past these two yet to know if there's anything else here.
Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry. I am going to cast Ray of Frost. Actually, no, that's a. Oh, it's a single target, I think. I always make 100% certain. This is the reason why I'm doing these stat blocks, so I can write this stuff down, so I don't have to flick through the pages. 362. Targets one creature, yes.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Attack roll, attack roll. Down. Plus whatever. Plus 10 is 26.
Okay, that's a hit.
Yay! So I rolled 2d4 plus my ability modifier. Woo! But I can't shoot anything else without causing injury to everyone else. He gets stealth 6 plus int, which is 10 damage.
Okay. So with your mighty spell being cast and your blast of icy ray strikes with a mighty boom as it hits him and sends him sprawling backwards.
Oh! Alright.
Apparently he had no protection to icy blasts to the face.
Love it.
But that's your third action, as your first action moved you to that
Was
point.
to move, yeah, that is correct.
Okay, that brings us to Dooza. Bringing up the bottom with a 23 initiative.
Wow. I'm bottom of the barrel, apparently.
I thought you'd find it amusing to be the bottom of the barrel with a 23 initiative. You can move into the room if you wish to.
I can move into the room.
It will either put you in this square or this square with a monk here.
Whichever one lets me hit him better.
Either puts you in melee range of him.
Okay. Well, I already have my weapons out. Because I kind of did that in the pseudo surprise round
You
before
did?
it was a surprise round. Just block him? No good down.
Well, so you move in, then hunters mark him.
I'll probably hunters mark him first, then move in.
So you can't see him from all the way back down here.
Oh, I'm down there? Okay, well then I guess I have to move first. Then,
So you can move into here. And
Yes.
as you move into there, you trigger his attack of opportunity. Because he'd held an action. But apparently, the dice are with you.
Ow.
As he critically fumbles at hitting you and manages to punch your blade.
Nice.
You see a lot of his fingers go flying off as he severs most of his head.
Yeah.
Would that? Oh no, yes, she hasn't challenged him yet. So
I haven't even. I've just moved into the room.
so that's say does that please your god, but you haven't challenged it. So
No, I haven't even. That's how, like, oops, I slipped.
And the god wants a challenge that is a worthy challenge, not a you're automatically going to beat them. Because otherwise, if you're going to automatically beat them, he sides with the other guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he punched first, so Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
And then attack. I need to put the squad over there. There we go. Where's my... the first is a 29.
That is a definite hit.
And 24.
Also a hit.
I really need to be a bit more organised, but that's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
So how much damage does he do?
No, I was calculating this wrong last time, wasn't I? So it should be... The first one should be +4. It should be...
Well, you add your strength bonus to both hits.
Yeah. So, like, I just gotta add +8, basically. Because I was only doing +4 to both. So I was, like, underdoing my damage by a fair bit. 22 damage.
Okay, so you swing both blades mightily, and next thing you know, his whole stomach goes flying across the room as you disembowel him. And he collapses with parts of him flying all over the room.
Well, he punched first. And he had a worthy death. I think. He got spilled all over the floor.
I'm sure it won't make it too difficult for everyone coming in.
Slippery surface. Delicious.
And you realise you've still got one of his fingers stuck to your axe.
Hello? It's decorative, right?
I'm sure it is. Sparky's spends the next round staring at the roof. He's now down to stunned 1.
thank you.
Then it is Willie's go.
Sorry, Mom. I spilled my wine everywhere when you said that.
So my stunned opponent is still in front of me?
Yeah. Oh well, your stunned opponent got his face caved in by a ray of frost over your head. So he was still
stealing scumbag. Okay, who's close to me at this point?
Parry's closest to you on the stairwell.
You stole my kill, but you know, it's who he is. You can't blame someone for being who they are.
And Dooza's just on the inside where your kill was stolen and taking out the other guy.
Everyone's dead.
No, you're still standing.
That's true. And so is everybody else. So.
And you can hear the sounds of alarm coming from the room.
Okay. I'll move into the room.
As you move into the room, you can see over that in the balcony to the left of the doorway. That's where the sound's coming from.
Are there any stores? Stores. Any stairs leading up?
Yep, you just went up them. You're on the outside of the building.
Okay, well, I'll move across to where I can hear the alarm coming from.
You can see people moving under the balcony. They seem to be heading towards the front of the house so they can go up the stairs. It's not a very easy place to assault.
Okay, can I hold the stairs in that case?
I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can. Okay, well, I'll move to the stairs, position myself, so that hopefully I can only be attacked from either one person from the front and one person from the back. And I'll wait for my victims to come to me.
I'm sure they're on their way.
Awesome.
How bad could it be?
Very, very, very bad.
It's okay, I'm just looking up the beastie for you. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Maybe not in that book. So, while he's done that, what is Parry doing now? Is he going into the room?
Well, people are going to come flying up these stairs.
And if you shut the door, there's a good chance they won't be able to get in easily.
Harry really wants to stay at the top of the stairs and prepare a Grim Tendrils for this load of people who come flying around the corner.
Is your Grim Tentacles a single action spell?
It is not. That's actually a good point. So I'm going to run into the ring.
All good. I just thought I'd ask that, just in case you really went down.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that, yeah.
Okay, so Duzar is now up. What is Duzar doing?
Is there enough room for me to be buddy with Lily on the top of the stairs?
Sort of. If you push him off, there's plenty of room.
There's never enough room for you and me to be buddy-buddy, mate.
Is there any sort of position I can get myself into to be useful?
Well, you can stand behind him or close to the door. Because if you stand inside the door, then you both can attack anyone who comes through. But of course, when someone wants to kill, steal, and tank, it's very hard to assist them.
So if I stay in the door, I can...
If the two of you stand in the doorway, then anyone who comes in has to face both of you.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do that. We'll both stand in the door.
Of course, you may have to argue with Willie getting to agree.
I'll just do it. You can just suffer the consequences.
Then the giant hamster arrives. Okay.
I'm sure the giant hamster will arrive shortly, as Sparky gets 2 actions, as you're no longer stunned. 2 whole actions.
Okay. Okay.
Now looking around you, you see the people that stunned you are now dismembered all over the floor.
Yeah, that'll teach you so, I say. Anyway, if I see Doozer and Harry ready at the door kind of thing. Willie's gone outside the door, is that correct?
Willie's standing outside the door at the moment, on the stairs.
Oh, if there's room for me to back up, yeah, I was going to... Where am I standing between the door kind of thing? Am I right in the door?
You're standing in where the finger is. Right where the doorway opens. You're holding the door open.
Okay. I'd like to at least move back about 10 feet, or just away from the door.
Back 10 feet?
And I'd like to...
or into the room. Out of the room or into the room?
To the room, yeah.
Because backwards was actually to the north after you. So yes, you go down the page.
Sorry.
You move down south into there.
Then I'd like to pull out my crossbow, but I can't launch it because it's an extra turn. So.
Okay, you have your crossbow out. And so roll new initiative for the next person to enter the fray. And apparently someone got a lower initiative than Dooza. Okay, so Parry, Willie's up next. You're outside the door by yourself at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The others seem to be preparing to attack anyone who comes through the door.
Okay. I'll move back so I'm with the rest of the group.
You can even shut the door on the way through, making it even harder for them to get in.
I'm not sure we want it to be harder. We just want them to throw their lifeless bodies against our unyielding steel.
Okay. So when did Willie dip his hands in steel?
My hands are already as hard as steel.
Is that because you've still got some of those pins left?
Pretty much.
I was about to say, internal fixation from all the time he's broken his hands.
Yep.
It's all plates and screws.
Yeah, more metal than flesh.
How did you get the bones to mend back together? Oh, we just poured some molten metal in there.
Mm.
I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, Parry. You can hear the sounds of feet getting closer to the stairs. It does take him a while to move that distance. It's not a short distance.
That's fine. I'll Can I investigate the room that we're in?
You can.
There's no way for them to, come around.
Having a quick look around the room,
Mm-hmm.
you can see it looking down at the scriptorium below. It has an elegantly carved wooden railing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see 4 doors to the south. You can't really see the door to room G19 because it's not facing you.
Yep.
And that's what you get in an action. Investigations generally take a little longer.
That's fine. I don't know. I'll just that'll probably be it for me.
Okay. What about Dooza?
Whether she was ready in action or delay.
Well, if you're ready in action, you need to specify the action you're readying. And it's a single action you can ready, so you can actually ready your double smash for someone who steps through the doorway. The more specific you make it, the more likely you'll trigger the way you want it, and the less likely you'll harm a friend. But the more specific you make it, the if someone doesn't follow those your trigger, then you don't get to use your action.
Yep.
If you delay, then you can act after whoever comes up acts, but not strike them until they've finished their turn.
I might delay
Okay.
and just see who we're up against. first.
Okay, so the door to room 22 opens, and out steps a horned, cloven monstrosity with flaming hooves.
Wait, which door was it again?
This one down here.
Oh, no. And where are we standing?
Up here.
That's where Mark is, isn't it? Yes.
Mhm. And it is roughly where you were doing stuff.
Somebody get down to me soon.
And he holds out a flaming sword and tells you to surrender or die. Okay, Sparky. Which one do you choose?
How big's this thing? Is it just a horned monstrosity? 7 foot at least, or 8 foot, 10 foot?
He is a whole 3.5 feet tall.
Wait, what?
Yes, he's 3.5 feet tall.
He's right in front of me.
Yep. You can load and fire if you wish to.
Yeah, firing into melee range is probably a bit too much, isn't it? Right in front of me, isn't he?
The only way people can actually attack you is if they have the attack of opportunity class feature. It's unlike D&D, it's a lot harder to get an attack of opportunity off unless you have a readied action.
If it was taller, that would come across as more intimidating, but in smaller than Barky, it's starting to just, I don't want to laugh, but it just feels like very intimidating. But I just look at her, I've got my crossbow in hand, look at her. Just give me a second, I load my bolt, one action, and exception, I shoot straight in his head.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Okay. I think that's 23, but I'm just going to confirm. A 23 on the dice.
23, you actually hit.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Let's quickly roll for Dimmy. Oh, mouse decided not to work all of a sudden. Well, it was a minor flesh wound. I might have just hit the ear on the side. So 1 point of damage.
1 whole point of damage. Okay.
Magical.
And now give me a reflex saving throw.
Oh, I'm usually pretty good at those, so I have faith in this. Yeah, it's not too bad. Above 20, which was a start. It's a 24.
Okay, so for 24... You take 2 points of fire damage as its blood squirts towards you.
Oh, that's a bit unexpected. No, I wasn't not expecting that. Now, if I drop my weapon and raise my shield, that's a 2-action thing, isn't it?
You can drop your weapon as a free weapon.
And raise my shield?
Raise your shield as a final action, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'll do, yeah.
Okay, Willie, you're up. You believe
Yes.
that the people are going to start rushing in any moment now. And that demon just appeared to the south of you.
Okay. He doesn't worry me too much. He's only 3 foot tall. Again, I wait for the bad guys to get there. I guess I hold an action, and when the bad guys come through, I punch them.
You can choose to flurry them if you wish to, because that is an action.
Okay, I will choose to flurry.
Because you can choose to ready any single action, which is where flurry comes into it.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
And when you're readying a flurry in that case, it doesn't have your attack penalties from attacks you've done in your previous round. Just so I thought you'd like to have that little bit of wisdom on punching people with monks.
Mm.
Okay, so with that, a guy comes running up. Looks like a monk comes running up the stairs and triggers your held action.
Okay. Have a look. 26 and 18.
26 and 18. Okay, so that is one hit.
Okay, and the damage is a massive 14.
That is
And-
good. And
And he needs to make a fort save.
Okay, he got a 9.
Yeah, he fails. It's not a critical failure, but he does fail.
So he loses one of his actions,
Yep.
which would have been his final action of the round. And he did 2 actions to get into the room. So you stopped him being able to retaliate in return.
Excellent.
You see another one reach the doorway, and sounds of many more on the stairwell. Harry, you're now up. There's a guy in the doorway, and there's a 3.5 foot demon.
3.5 foot demon.
Yep.
Does my whole action not take effect for that high?
I'm sorry. I need to ask each time someone acts if you want to use your action, but you can also speak up at any point and say, "I'd like to go next."
Oh, right. So, the way you said it before was that when he appeared, did his attack, and then ultra. I know what to say.
It's okay. I'll remind people that when you do the whole delay thing and not actually ready in action, you need to speak up to say you're acting.
Yes, I would like to act, but if Josh would like to go first, that's fine. Did you want to go, or can I do my delay?
You can use your delay.
Okay.
Or you get a full round to act.
Yes. So he's within, right?
There is a 3.5 foot demon, and then there is the monk standing on the stoop just outside the door.
Yeah. So that monk is in range.
And there's also another monk that Willie had struck just inside the doorway that you can also hit, who's also in range.
I don't want to kill still.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
Well, of course you do.
I really, actually, you know what I could do?
Kill still.
I don't know, I could sweep.
You could sleep.
I could sweep. Because I should both be in range.
Well, you can do the double hit on the first one and sweep into the second, or double hit on the second and sweep into the first.
Yeah. That's also here.
Swipey.
What?
And you can even mark one.
Um,
You can even mark one too. Strange how that goes.
yeah, no. I will mark the second one.
The one just outside the door is now marked.
I will attack him and sweep through to
The one
the
just
one that
inside.
attacked the police.
Yep.
Wow. Both of them rolled a 13.
13 total.
No, as in putting on her dice. So a total of 24 for both.
They both hit.
They both hit. Alright. What's that? 21.
Okay, he's still standing after that blow, and you can sweep into the other guy.
Do I have to make attack rolls? for
Yes, you
that?
do. It just means that it is one less than normal.
Right.
So as being your, as not being your targeted foe, it would be a -8 to the roll. Sweep is like agile, but for heavy weapons.
Sorry, -8?
-8 to your normal roll.
Yeah.
-4 for each of the attacks you did previously.
19 and 20.
Would only have been one attack because you haven't marked him as your foe.
Oh! Do you want me to roll that again?
I get you to roll it again to give you the chance of getting the high roll.
And that is a natural 20. So, 23.
23 upgraded.
23 upgraded makes it a critical hit, not a card critical.
Critical hit.
So double damage.
Oh. That could have been better. Well,
12 points. Okay, he goes down.
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Now it is Parry's turn.
Yay! Parry's turn. Parry's turn. First action, so I can see the demon, yeah?
You can see the demon.
Would I have any knowledge into, would it be, have certain weaknesses to cold damage?
Quite possibly give me a relevant knowledge roll.
Arcana?
You choose the roll. I can't tell you.
Oh,
what it
that's
is.
right, so, yeah. I'll choose Arcana, why not? I'm throwing spells at this thing. I mean, it could be religion, but I'll choose Arcana.
So just looking at the.
Sorry.
Do it. That'd be 29 on Knowledge Arcana.
Give me a sec. Just getting the. Where am I? Okay, knowledge arcana. Okay, so you don't believe it's a beast, a construct, a dragon, or an elemental.
Alright.
That's
I'm not sure
one.
about it. Pardon?
That's one action.
That's fine. So I don't believe it's any of those things, so I'm still just gonna cast Ray of Frost at it. Basically, I'll just keep on spending turns until I know what the hell it is and what its weaknesses are.
All good. Give me an attack roll.
Attack roll. 25.
25 is a hit.
Lovely. So 2d4 plus ability modifier.
Go for the eyes.
8 damage total.
We've got a total of 8 damage.
8 damage total. Put out the fire with frozen things.
He seems to be still going strong.
That's fine.
Now it is his go.
Yay!
Hey.
He starts casting a spell. And you see between you all a burst of flame just surrounds and hits you all as you cast Fireball. So each of you gets to make a reflex saving throw.
Ray got 26.
21. And that was a cool roll. That was a terrible roll.
You think you got a terrible roll? I got a 16. For a
I rolled
roll,
a
very good.
11 on the dice. I've got a... wait, sorry, was it a reflex?
It was a reflex, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I need like plus 10.
So what did Willie get?
So what did Willie get for?
Reflex.
Willie got an amazing... What's that? Oh, Christ. 14.
An amazing 14.
Right.
So back, yeah.
Willie takes 11 points of fire damage.
How?
Sparky, what did you get again?
16.
You take 11 points of fire damage.
That's sweet.
What did Doomsday get?
21.
Okay, Doomsday takes 5 points of fire damage. And what did Parry get?
26.
Parry also takes 5 points of fire damage. And he moves right up to Sparky. He's now adjacent to Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky, you're up.
Oh. Okay, that's right. I thought the monks were dead, but that's okay. We're good. The monks that... Oh, one's dead, so... okay, I will pull my dagger out, and then I'll stab him.
Okay.
Two actions, so... Here we go. Or 20?
That would cost 20.
I'll class 20, yeah.
Okay, your dagger bounces off his skin.
Go. The free action, and then I'll raise my shield.
Willie,
Keep going.
you're now up.
Okay. The monk who I smacked around as he came through the door.
He's now dead.
Now, is he? Everyone keeps fucking killing my kills.
So
who else is around?
Sorry, not sorry.
Whatever.
The one who's not killed is the one standing on the doorstep. You can take a step
Okay.
forward, do a flurry, and take a step back.
No, yeah, why not? I'll do that. Alright, for the flurry. Gonna be, what's that? 27, and a natural 20.
Okay, that is literally a card critical. for that guy.
Might be able to kill steal this one.
The only way that I can get the kill is if I kill it in the first round, so Doozer doesn't steal the kill.
Don't worry, Perry's waiting around to do it too.
Helping with the kill steal.
Okay, so what sort of attack is it?
Flashing.
Okay. So, yes, it's normal double damage, and you get a +2 bonus to the rest of your attacks until the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Criticals using Tiger Style also cause bleed damage.
Yep.
Where are we? D4 persistent bleed damage. So I'm going to do massive. That should have been my critical roll. 19, and then the critical is. Oh, that's still pretty good. 34, and he bleeds for D4.
I don't think he bleeds much, as you see parts of him go flying in different directions over the edge of the ramp. You managed to make him explode from the inside out.
Nice.
Look at it this way, you sent him to negative his full hit points.
Excellent.
And then you happily step back.
Yep. Bit of a swagger as I step back.
Doozer gives a bit of a nod.
See, another one makes his way in.
What's this bullshit about you two getting along?
And it seems to see the orc as being the threat and goes for Doozer.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what's Doozer's armor class again?
It is 22.
So that is 2 hits, so Doozer gets to make a fortitude saving throw. As you take 12 points of damage.
Oh, nice. And that fortitude is 27.
Okay, so you're fine. You're not slowed at all. And another guy comes up and stands on the porch as well. As you're stopping there, I'm seeing if he actually makes a reflex save to not tumble. Yes, he manages to stay in place and attacks Doozer through the edge, giving you an extra 2 to your armor class. Which is not quite enough. You get to make another fortitude saving throw.
Right.
As you take 14 points of damage.
Ow.
Let's do his fortitude.
24.
24. Okay, you are slowed one.
Load?
You lose one of your actions.
Okay.
And now it's your turn. You get 2 actions this round.
Who was the guy who slowed me?
The guy who slowed you is standing just outside the door.
Is he within range?
He is within range.
Oh, the hunter's marked him. I'm going to attack and sweep.
Well, you can attack, but you can't sweep.
I can't sweep?
You've only got 2 actions this round.
Oh, does the
Slow.
sweep count as another action?
It does, yes. Sweep is an action. What sweep is like agile. It means that when you sweep, you attack for less of a penalty to an adjacent target than if you attack the same target.
Oh.
So agile is if you attack the same target, it's less of a penalty because the weapon's lighter.
Yep. So the first one's a 30 and 26.
Okay, so 1 crit and a hit.
Okay, so I'll do the crit first, just so I don't get confused. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it gets doubled and then the other one gets added on, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So the first one is so it's a 6 plus 5 plus 4, which is 15. So double is 30. The other one is 6 plus 4, which is 10. So that will be a total of 40.
So yes, Duza gets his 3rd kill of the night. I'm sure Duza's feeling good about that.
I mean, he really slowed me. But that was really detriment, really.
And then we're up to Parry after watching the massacre at the doorway. What's Parry doing to stop the demon?
Parry's still trying to figure out what the demon is, so he's going to knowledge religion roll. Which is... as will be his first action, so knowledge religion. For a 24.
Okay. You identify it as a arson demon. A demon specializing in flame. The weaknesses you understand from him is cold iron and good.
Sorry, cold iron and good.
Yep.
So it is okay. Interesting. I don't think anyone has cold iron.
Cordar does.
Corda does. Love it. Well, I'll just as a free action I'll yell out Ashen Demon and point. And I will cast a 2nd level spell of Acid Arrow at it.
Give me an attack roll.
And attack roll. That is a natural 20 for a 30 upgraded.
30 upgraded. That is just a crit.
Just a crit. Okay, that's fine.
Not just a crit, but just a crit.
Yeah, so good. Acid Arrow. 3d8 plus 1. d6 persistent. So the 3d8 gets upgraded. Gets doubled, but not the persistent. 3d8 and a d6. Third. Not the best. 12, 24 damage on the acid arrow. And the persistent acid damage is 6.
Okay, so its turn, it will take 6 damage.
Yep.
Okay, it's now its turn. It takes 6 damage.
Okay.
And it falls over.
I don't think it does.
And it vomits blood directly towards Parry and Willie.
Lovely.
So both of them get to make reflex saves.
Lovely.
Bloody hell.
Reflex, 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 reflex. Where is my thing?
God damn it. 14. Again.
22 for parry.
22 for parry.
Yes.
I'm just going to have to roll the damage first.
That's fine.
So parry takes 8 points of fire damage.
Now,
Willie takes 16 points of fire damage.
Ow.
And both of you are now standing on slippery on a grease effect. As its boiling blood is greasy.
Eh.
And then it makes a melee attack against Sparky with its flaming sword.
Cool.
Okay, so it gets a 29.
Oh, I think it just hits. Patriot Mile past the moment, so.
Okay. So that works out to be 19 points of damage.
I'm down. Just on that.
And it wasn't a crit.
I had 19 left according to my calculations.
That was 56 damage all up.
Bloody hell. Oh,
Not in that round, but in total to Sparky. So Sparky's got 56 hit points?
50 hit points.
50 hit
Would
points?
have been down. It would have been down this round anyway. Yeah.
Okay. So Sparky's now on dying 1. And he has moved in the initiative order to just before the demon. Okay, Willie, you're now at top of the order. As we go
Yay.
into round 3.
Okay.
No, sorry,
So,
round 6.
is there anyone to fight?
There is a guy still standing just on the... no, there's a guy standing right in front of you. Doomsday killed the one outside. So there is a guy without... You don't have to move to hit this guy.
Alright. Well, I'll flurry of blows him and see how that works out for me. 18 and 26.
Okay, both of them hit this guy.
Okay, so... fuck. 22 total.
Okay, he goes down.
Ah! Excellent!
Well, there are some initiates as well as more skilled person mixed in.
Yep. Anyone else out the door?
Seems there are people coming up the stairs still.
Since I'm fighting in sloshy blood, am I needing to make acrobatics rolls or something along those lines?
Well, let me look up the grease spell.
I'm kind of thinking the answer is yes, but we'll see.
So you need to make a reflex or acrobatics check to stand in the area of the greasy area.
Well, reflex is better, so I'll do that. Which is actually pretty good. 28.
You're good.
Okay.
So that now brings us to a guy trying to come in who now has to make a reflex check. He does that pretty well. So this one is trying to attack Willie. with a flurry. He only gets one hit.
Damn.
And he
Fort
does fort save. Yep, they're all going for fort saves.
Yep.
A whole 4 damage to Willie.
What's that? 31.
Yep.
Cool. I roll a fortitude 29.
You're good. You're just laughing it off. They're not getting the right nerve endings.
Yeah.
And the next guy gets to the top of the shelf and manages to just keep standing. Let me just check. He actually may have got over the edge. Actually, he slid over the top. He just kept going. Hey, it does harm the opponents as well as the allies.
Yep.
It's indiscriminate. And that brings us to Duzar. There's only one guy standing at the top of the stairs this time. He's just hit Willie.
He's just what?
He's just punched Willie.
Oh, he just punched Willie. Is that the one that Willie punched as well?
He hasn't hit this one yet.
Okay, so this is a new guy. A new guy who I will Huntersmark. Sorry, Josh is just complaining that I'm not going to help him hack a demon.
I'm sure Josh can solo a demon.
Very bad. Well, that's a good start. I got enough for 20 or 31. And
Well, for 31, that becomes a crit.
24.
And 24 a hit.
24 a hit. We will do the crit. Almost exactly the same way as the other one. So 30 for the crit and exactly the way the other one went. 10 on the other one for a total of 40.
We've taken another one down. Users on a roll.
Is on roll. Now, I have one action left.
Yep.
Do I hear any more people coming up the stairs?
You can't see anyone at the moment, but who knows, they could be coming any moment now.
Alright. I am...
You are...
I was going to see if I could heal myself with, like, one of my health potions. Because I would take the actions.
You can spend an action to get it out, but you'll have to drop an axe.
I might. Because Willie is still on full health?
Oh, hell no.
What do you want?
You're equal to the amount of damage you've taken.
Oh, we're about equal? Okay. Alright.
You've both taken 31 points of damage.
So Willie has slightly more health than me, I think. Not that much though. Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? Can I go on the spot without using movement?
You can, what do you want to do?
I was gonna hunt him like a demon, make Harry happy.
Yep, you can Hunter's Mark the Demon.
I will hunt his path with demon, and I will aim to go for him next.
Harry, you're now up. You versus the demon.
Me versus the demon. I'm just gonna try and keep it back as far as possible. How far away from me is it? We're pretty much in close proximity.
So I'd say you're about 10-20 feet from it.
Cool. Excellent.
But you do need to make a reflex or an acrobatics roll because you're standing on slippery ground.
Oh, just to get off the slippery ground?
Just to keep standing, whether you move or not.
Oh, okay. So is it athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics or reflex.
Oh, reflex. I mean, they're both the same. 21.
21, that was the magic number.
Cool. So I'm still standing.
Yep. You can move off the slippery ground if you wish to.
Yes, please. And still stay within sight of him.
Yep. That's basically a 5-foot step to get off the slippery ground. He did a line effect.
Which is why I can range across. Grim Tendrils at second level, which I had prepared. Grim Tendrils, 342. Alright. It makes a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. So his fortitude saving throw is 33.
Oh, my Grim Tendrils does bugger all.
But he sees your spell and seems to be lining you up as his target. But before that, we go to Sparky as Sparky makes a dying saving throw.
Remind me how I do this again. Is it just
You roll a
D20?
d20.
Oh, I don't trust this dice, even if it's been bad for me all night. 5's not going to be good, is it?
No, that is considered a failure. You are now at dying 2.
Cough, cough, blood.
Okay, so the demon takes more acid damage. As he strides over to adjacent to Parry and swings his flaming sword at Parry. He hits armor class 28.
That's going to be the magic number for a crit.
That's going to hurt for you. So that is 24 slashing damage.
Yep, down. And I'm on dying too, because it was a crit.
Plus it was also 8 evil and 6 fire.
Ow.
Jesus.
Well, I did say he was a demon.
As did Parry as he yelled it out to the entire party.
So Parry's now going to move just before him in the thing, so Sparky will do his next saving throw before Parry does. As it's now Willie's go.
Who is there to fight?
There is this tiny little demon who's taken down 2 of your party members.
Alright, fuck it. I move over to him and try to lay the smack down.
He's moved off the greasy area, so you've just got to move off yourself, which is an acrobatics or reflex roll.
Yep. Which is a 21.
That's fine. That's the magic number. And you move adjacent to him in 1 turn. 1 action.
Okay, so a flurry of blows him. which I'm not real sure is going to have much of an effect. We've got a 21 and a 22.
One hits.
Okay. What save of 17?
Who's got to get a 17?
17, yep.
Okay, so what he got was a 16 downgraded.
Jesus Christ.
I thought you'd like that result.
Yeah.
So I believe that is he's stunned 3.
Yep.
How much damage do you do?
I do an amazing 10 points.
Okay, so now you also, because it's a slashing attack, I believe,
Yeah.
you make a reflex saving throw.
25. I'm gonna take goddamn damage from this, aren't I?
Yep. So you take 3 points of fire damage as his blood spurts on you.
Bloody hell. Okay. Ow.
Now that brings us to Dooza. You're at the door by yourself. Are you going to hold the door? Are you hold door?
Well, given that it just Hunter's marked the demon, and it has just taken down 2 of our party, and Lily's moved off the door as well. I mean, these other guys are pretty squishy, so I think if we do, I don't really want to get surrounded by them, but I don't think I hear any more coming up.
We do hear the sounds of footsteps. You're just not sure where.
I mean, they might see the carnage and go.
There is a lot of blood and gore out the doorway.
Yeah, there might be flies. Maybe. We'll see. Or if we take the demon down, maybe even more so. I am going to move. To be within range of the demon.
You move within range of the demon.
And I am going to start.
So you do 1 action to move, and that leaves you 2 actions left.
Yep. So 30 for the first hit, and 26 for the second.
Okay, they are both just normal hits.
Sorry, I'm not my calculator's just thought I could say something funny. There's not. There's a reopen notification. Thank you. Total of 28 damage.
28 damage.
And that is slashing. So presumably I also have to make the 4 save or reflex.
There were 2 hits then, so you have to make 2 reflex saves.
I have to make 2.
Yep, for each attack. Each hit is a saving throw.
Oops. First one is 28.
28. So on a 28, you take 3 points of fire damage. And the second one?
The second one 23.
On a 23, you take 2 points of fire damage. And then you've got your third action.
So with the Hunter's Mark, it would be...
I believe Hunter's Mark means that you get -3 to hit the same target. So it'd be -6 instead of -8 to hit him with the final action.
Yeah. But I can't double hit him the second time, is that
I
right?
believe you only double hit once around.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it says in the book.
Yeah. That's fine. -6. 22.
22, you've got the magic number. Give me another roll of damage.
Magic number. Could have been better. 13.
13, okay.
So I should be on a total of, if I did my math correctly, a total of 36 damage?
36 damage as you roll another reflex saving throw for more blood.
Oh, that's right. At least Bob's dice aren't trying to kill me today. Nice. 25.
25, it's coming close. That's another 2 points of fire damage to you as the room explodes in smoke.
Oh. That's 3, was it?
It was 2 points, so you're on 38 damage.
Oh, 38.
As you and Willie both have to make fortitude saving throws.
Yay! 15.
30.
Okay, so under 15,
One.
Willie is second one.
Whoa.
Okay, so now we're up to Sparky. You get to make a dying saving throw.
Sweet.
Please don't hire us. Please.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
There you go, you're up.
I believe that puts you on 1 hit point at the end of the round. So you gasp. And everything's black, you're blind. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
Blind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 15?
You're also sickened. Okay, parry, dying saving throw.
Harry got 12.
Parry got 12. So I believe that is a... how many? You need to get 3 saves to survive, or just 1?
Well, for every save, made me go back 1. So I'm back to dying 1.
I saw you're on dying 1 now, yes.
Yeah. And then I think it progressively gets harder.
It does. I believe the DC is 10 plus your level of dying.
So yeah, I literally got the magic number there of 12. I have to get 11 and then I'm up.
Yep. Okay, so you also get to make a fortitude saving throw.
Wait, unconscious fortitude saving throw.
Hey, your body still gets to fight against things.
Natural 20. Or 26 upgraded.
So apparently you are the buffest wizard known to man, unaffected by what's happening to you. As we move on to Willie, you can't see a thing.
I'm deeply disappointed. Can I close the door and Oh, so I'm standing right next to that bloody
Demon?
dwarf demon thing, aren't I?
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay, you step backwards. You find yourself in the room without, and there's a big curtain of smoke in front of you. That's one action.
Okay, I look around.
There's lots of blood and gunk all over the floor. Quite a few dead bodies.
Can I hear anybody coming? Is there? Because I can't fight the demon while it's in the smoke, as far as I can tell.
It's gone quiet, except for the sound of a gasping dwarf.
Okay. Okay, I stand there. Actually, I'm going to try to hide.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll, and I won't tell you if you're successful.
Cool. I am unlikely to be successful. What do we got? 21.
Hey, 21's not a bad roll. You believe you found a nice way to hide that's not in the smoke.
Awesome. I'm very happy with that.
Now we're over to Duzar.
Hello. So, sorry, I don't know whether you skipped over me because I made like a massive roll, but I didn't get sickened or blinded or anything, did I?
You did not.
Cool. Well, I'm also gonna try and get out of this smoke. Actually, is the demon dead? Like, did I just make it explode?
Well, you can't sense it with your hunter's mark.
I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
But you still can't see anything either.
No, I'm gonna step out of the smoke.
Okay, you step out of the
Fighting this
smoke.
demon.
Yeah, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception would be... It's... What, 10 plus my perception, is that right?
10 plus your perception.
19?
19, you do not notice Willie hiding. You failed by 1.
I failed one.
His second one reduced his roll by 1 point.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna presume that Willie is still in the smoke, because that's
Last where you saw him.
So, moving out was one action.
It was.
I am dropping weapons a free action, isn't it?
It is.
I am going to drop my second axe, so one that's not as powerful,
Yep.
just for clarity's sake. I'm going to get out a health potion, and I'm going to drink it. And I don't know what the basic health potions give back.
The basic one is, I believe, 1d8.
Just 1d8. I mean, anything is better than nothing?
Healing potion somewhere here. That's elixirs. Nope, not poisons.
Poison. Yummy.
Well, you could have one of those if you like,
No
but I
thanks.
wouldn't recommend it. So the basic healing potion is exactly 1d8.
Okay,
So that's the minor healing potion.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5.
Rolled a 5.
Woohoo, you have 5 more than you had before.
Well, as I said, anything's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
Okay.
That 5 hit points could mean the difference between me getting down and back up again, or not.
So, we're now over to Mark. Sparky is laying prone. She is sickened, she's wounded, and she is blind. What does she do?
I'm blind, so I can't see where I am. I don't know there's any... I know there's ash cloud there right now. I'm feeling a bit crook.
You're on 1 hit point as well.
Yeah. So I'm prone. Would have dropped my shield and dagger when I went down, did I? Or
Every time you go unconscious, you drop whatever you're holding.
Okay.
You want to spend an action to grab your dagger and an action to grab your shield?
No, I'm going to grab a potion out of my bag and chug it down. So that'll be a 2-action thing, is that
Yep,
correct?
that's 2 actions.
And I've got the same sort of, I've got a basic potion as well, so.
Okay, so roll a d8 and tell me what you roll.
A 6.
So that puts you on a whole 7 points. You've got the lucky 7. And with your final action, what do you do?
Then because I'm blind, I can't see where my weapon or shield would be
Nope.
anyway, so I'm not sure how much of a thing I would do. I'm still prone as well, I know, at the same time, so...
If you stand up, you won't be able to find your weapons.
I'm kind of going to pretend, pretend no one sees me right now. Yeah, here we go. I say the smaller I am, the better it is. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That brings us to Parry. Parry gets to make a dying saving throw.
Yay! I'm still dying in the smoke. Dying too. I got 7.
Hey, at least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're up to round number 9, and Willie, you believe you're well hidden. Dooza hasn't even noticed you there. And Dooza's out of the smoke now. You still feel rotten.
So I still feel what?
You still feel sickened.
Okay. I whisper in Dooza's ear, where is everybody? And then, as I'm looking around, making sure we're not getting snuck up on. And I'm listening for other people, like other party members that might be around.
Luckily, everyone's being quiet now, so it makes it a bit hard to tell where everyone is.
Yeah.
That brings us to Dooza. You hear Willie whisper to you, and see him hiding under the bodies of the fallen.
Oh God. Oh man, where the... How? I am also going to make a perception roll.
Yep.
I got a 22.
A 22? Looking around, you don't see any other party members hiding under the bodies of the fallen.
Let's see where, like Harry or
There's a wall of darkness that you had come out of. Looks like swirling smoke of inky black.
I really hope that goes away soon. And I can't hear any like footsteps or like it's just gone quiet.
It's gone really quiet.
Oh, creepy. But I know Perry's gone down, and I probably don't know that Sparky is back up.
You don't? You just know both of them are down in the smoke.
But if I go back in the smoke, I'm basically useless. Like, I can't see or do anything. Is that right?
You're just blind.
Yeah. Do I have a memory of, like, an approximation of where Harry was?
You do. But you'll be taking a -4 penalty to perception checks.
Okay.
And treating the ground as difficult terrain. So basically, it doubles the amount of movement required.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if I could get down on my hands and knees and try and aim for where I think he is, and then make a roll. Is that possible?
Well, if you're going down on your hands and knees, it will take you your full movement to get in there.
Okay.
Crawling is a square at a time.
Oh, okay.
That's the unfortunate thing of crawling. Unless you've got a special ability that allows you to crawl faster.
I have a climb speed, but I don't think I have a crawling speed. So I don't think that helps me very much.
Well, if you take a -4 to your perception roll, you can move in normally and find them that way.
Okay. I'll try that. I may as well try. Is that non-natural 20?
Non-natural 20. Well, as the amusing thing goes, you've just found Sparky. I had it down as if you rolled even, you'd find Sparky, odd, you'd find Parry. So you found someone. You found one of your fallen comrades. Do you pull them out?
I will pull them out.
Okay. At the end of the round, you pull Sparky out of the fog, and Sparky can now see. She's no longer blind. As it's now Sparky's turn.
Okay.
As you've just been dragged out by the by Doozer.
Big burly orc. Orc muckle hugging you tightly as I drag you out. Just think about that.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you. Well, that actually ruined what I was trying to do. I was going to actually get my hands on these and try to find Parry, but I'm going.
Sorry.
Problem is, you didn't know Parry went down, so you wouldn't know where to look.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
No, that's right. I will try to get rid of the second one if I can.
Okay, make a flat check. You need to roll 15 or higher.
Is it a fortune check or a flat
A
check?
flat check.
Ooh. Three's not going to do it, is it?
It is not. You don't manage to throw up all over Doozer. But you try. You've got two actions. You got 2 actions left. You can try again if you wish.
I appreciate you failing.
I will face it away from Doozer. Yeah. I don't feel that. Shooting puppy then throwing up over, it's not going to be a good kind of thing to do. So.
Okay, so you face away and try again.
15 on the dice.
15 on the dice. Okay, you're no longer sickened. And you just thrown up, so you try to go, and then you threw up on the other way.
And then I'd like to. Well, I think I want to go back in there again because I don't like it in that ash cloud. I'm going to.
Give me a passive perception roll.
Sorry?
Give me a passive perception. What is your passive perception?
20.
Okay, you see Willie hiding under the bodies of the dead in the room. Pretending to be dead.
Yeah, I wave. Then I'll just do a perception roll just to make sure I hear no footsteps coming up or no movement down below us and up the stairs. So that is a 26. 26.
You listen well as Parry makes his next dying saving throw. DC 12. 19. So Parry's back to dying 1. You're yo-yoing a little bit here.
I know. I'm still in darkness, my old friend.
As we're up to round 10 and the darkness is still there. What is Willie doing? Would Willie like to get rid of the sinking condition?
Yeah.
So that's a flat check of you trying to get 15 or higher.
Nope.
Okay, and you can try twice more if you wish.
Oh, nice. Nope and nope.
So apparently the dwarf throwing up was not incentive enough for you to get rid of it.
No.
As we're now up to Doomsday hearing the sound of retching nearby.
Fantastic. I am going to how much does the smoke cloud takes up this room?
It takes up a 20-foot. It basically takes up the far end of the room. So it would probably take up from the big square blue rug down.
I'm gonna go try and find Happy, because if the smoke's not clearing and he's still not ported out of there, then he's still down.
Give me a perception roll.
It's still -4.
Still -4, because you're blind while you're in there.
Oops. I don't think I make this one. It's 18.
18. You're feeling around and you find a shield.
I'm going to leave the shield and can I keep searching? Is it still just -4 or does it get exponentially harder?
Still just a -4.
That's better. $23?
23. You find a foot.
I find a foot.
But that ends your turn at that point.
Oh, I'm gonna say I grab the foot, but
You can grab the foot, but that does end your turn with the foot being grabbed.
yeah, that's fine.
That brings us to Sparky. You hear the sounds of footsteps going into the smoke and a sound of a clang of your metal shield. A slight wrap on it.
Okay. I am going to give Doozer a hand trying to find Harry. So I'll go in there.
So what? So why are you going into the smoke? No one actually mentioned Parry was in there.
No?
And you were unconscious before Parry went down.
I have no idea who Harry is at all, do I?
You do not. No one's mentioned that he went down in the smoke.
This is just being heroic because he can.
And Doozer forgot to mention why Doozer was going into the smoke.
Because Dooz is smart.
Can I hold a reaction if... Oh no, because I don't know he's in there, so I can't hold a miss and check on Harry, because I don't know where Harry is.
And the stabilization check is a 2-action check, so you can't ready one.
Oh. Well, the only thing I need to do is go pick up my shield and dagger. I can't think of anything else to do right now.
So you want to get in and try to get your shield and dagger?
Yeah, let me do that. I can't think of anything else to do right now.
Okay, give me a perception roll with -4.
Okay. Uh, 23.
23, you find a booted foot. And yes, we have Sparky and Doozer both have parry by a different foot.
Whose
This
foot
is
is
fine.
this? Whose foot is this?
So yes, Doozer can respond when you hear someone say whose foot is this, and you recognise it being Sparky.
I don't know. I have a foot. Is that your foot?
Try to pull the foot out of the smoke.
Okay, so you start pulling the foot. It's a bit stuck. You might have to make a strength check.
Strength on a rope. Oh god.
Make it an athletics check then.
Athletics is better actually. It's hilarious.
It should be.
25. Holy hell!
25. Okay, Dooza. Someone's trying to pull Parry away from you. Give me. Do you keep hold onto the foot?
Given that I've heard and recognised someone asking if that's a foot, and then it's suddenly pulling away, I'm gonna presume that is have enough movement to get Parry out. This is the main goal, so I'm gonna let it happen.
Okay, there's a slight tug, and then you fall out of the smoke with Parry falling on top of you. Again.
That's fine. Again.
So Parry's always on top. That's his favourite position, apparently, by the looks. And then Parry gets to make a dying saving throw because it's now his turn.
Yay, dying saving throw. Oh hell yeah! I wake up on top of Dooza.
Natural 20.
No, 15, but I'm still stabilized. So
if it's 15, that means you're unconscious for 1d4 hours.
Oh, 1d4 hours, yay.
1 hour.
Ooh, 1 hour.
Because the natural 20 gets you awake straight away with 1 hit point.
Okay.
Success gets you unconsciousness for 1d4 hours. Luckily I have all this in my head. So yes, you are on top and there is a smile on your face. So, and at that point the smoke dissipates because the smoke was there for 4 rounds.
Of course it was.
It was literally, I went, hey, this would be interesting to see how this pans out with 2 people down in the smoke.
Can you rescue them?
As you see Dooza standing next to Sparky's shield and dagger.
I will pick them up and give them the Sparky. Because I couldn't recognize their Sparky's weapon.
You do recognise them as Sparky's weapon, and I think that might be a good point to stop for tonight, as more stuff's going to happen next session.
Yay!
Yeah. Let's hope for a full party. Woohoo!
Hey, we did pretty well.
I think we did well considering, especially when I'm going. Demon comes out and says surrender or die. I'm going. Why me? Couldn't it be anyone else?
You're the one playing.
Well, I'm pretty sure he said to the entire party.
He did, but he pointed it at the dwarf. And he was a challenge rating 5 creature, so he was suited for 4 characters of level 5 as a decent challenge.
Still blame Cordo when he comes back.
Hey, we told him out.
So you've taken out the driving force of that group. So we'll figure out what happens next session, because you can actually negotiate out the rest of it.
Hooray!
Who has negotiation skills now?
Was it diplomacy? I got +7.
Well, I actually got pretty good, actually.
Well, hey, getting your hands on a order of people dedicated to studying Thassilonian structures would actually be a big feather in your cap. That would be.
That's right up Harry's avenue.
No, it's actually the party's avenue, because you are investigating the gods of sin who are Thassilonian.
That is also true.
Yeah, so it's a party goal, but Harry does have skills in Thassilonian.
Like getting a whole group of researchers to help you would make things so much easier.
Exactly.
And if you can stop them harming the town at the same time, because you got rid of the demon influence, you've also solved Roderick's problem. So, you've managed to hit the trifecta on defeat, unbreaking 3 holds on the town.
Yay!
Now you've just got to make sure that they don't go back and resummon him.
Quick, take his particles in a jar. I got a jar of demon. I got a jar of demon.
I wouldn't be surprised if
I've got an empty healing potion and bottle, so I'm sure.
Well, I'm unconscious for an hour, so
Oh.
I can't get particles of demon.
But
That's
hey,
all good.
they did stop coming the moment you took the demon out.
Yeah, I had to see if that was going to be the case.
Which is why it got really quiet, because it's like, hey, why are we running? All those people have died.
Why has the demonic sounds in my head disappeared?
You know, why is this rage stuck? Oh.
Okay. So, I think that's a good place for us to call it for tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
And you got to have a decent bash without the help of your usual tank.
Yeah, that was good. It was okay. I see we did pretty well considering. I think so. We had the monk door lineup of death, and then more the dudes are killing spree kind of thing. So yeah.
And this time, this time you'll probably ask the people in charge, "What do you know about Thassilonian?"
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't deliberately kill them. Not really.
Oh,
they were hurting people, so you get back at them.
You got rid of the witch in charge of the road keepers, which freed them from her influence. And you rescued the Pathfinder who was pretending to be one of her followers, as well as Saul's daughter. So you got those two out of the road keepers. You let go the person who was trying to help the town but got under a demon's influence in the Underflume. So you got them out of that place, away from the demon. Just didn't get the demon there.
Hopefully we sealed off the demon there.
Oh, that demon's going to find me. I'm pretty sure about that one. But anyway, we'll get
that's right. Yeah, that's right. You got the marks of wrath on your hand.
Well, you've only said the name once. Wait until you say it 3 times.
Yeah, I'll say that name again. Name not going to be spoken ever again. No, you talk about no name. I don't know any name.
Well, to be honest, you'd actually have to say it 7 times to bring the thing on, because 7 is the magic number of the gods of sin.
Yep.
So the 7th time you say the name is when you're, too late. And
That's should learn from our last time when I started saying ho down the corridor and then some of the I should have learned from that one, but no, I don't learn as a character. So. Anyway, thank you very much, guys.
all good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
And hopefully you enjoy your weekend. If you want to stay and chat afterwards, that's fine. I'm just going to go put it to end credits.
Sounds good. Okay. Catch us all.
All good. We'll see you later.
I'll be on. Okay.